Believe it or not, Eric's not a Muppet. Maybe just Kermit.
I'm offended.
Oscar the
3 weeks
They're
in a row.
Muppets. Muppets are people, too.
It's
Well, not
PC.
really.
Are they? They're not. They're dolls.
Now, this is going to be
Just play
fun.
mine. We got to make some new ones,
You
Kevin.
lost
Yeah,
in
some
rock,
new
paper,
ones.
scissors.
Now, this
so.
is the Halloween edition, so we want to hear those spooky stories, like this.
And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this.
I remember that as a little
Large
kid.
Marge.
Large Marge.
From
Dying
Pee-wee's,
laughing as
Big
well.
Adventure. So here's our phone number, 713-390-KRBE. You tell us a story that sounds unbelievable, but it's true, and it has like a spooky theme. It's creepy, it's paranormal, whatever it is. Sometimes you purchase a property, and there are something's brewing, like sinister spirits, right?
Yes.
But what if they followed you every time you moved?
Because they allegedly do attach themselves to you.
Well, apparently this is happening to Lori.
Oh, no.
We need to hear this story, Lori. And I didn't mean to make that
good
rhyme.
morning.
Hi, Lori.
Lori story.
Good morning. My name's
Lori, is your story
What's
gory?
the story? Is it gory? Yes. Give us all the
Let me start off
glory.
by saying I listen to you guys every single morning on my way into work, and even if I'm not going to work, I make sure I turn on my iHeart and I listen to KRBE every single morning.
Oh,
thank you.
Lori, thank you.
That's good because then you can hear cursing there when we try to hit
Oh,
the
yeah.
button.
When there's a
Oh,
there's
yeah.
an
Dump
inappropriate
button.
moment, you can't escape it on the stream.
Sometimes people get so comfortable and they'll just drop an F-bomb and they're like, no, you can't do that.
Yes, there was a big one the other day.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That was the
Yeah.
mother of
So
all
no
words.
F-bombs, Lori. No bad words.
No.
Try and keep it
No, no,
clean,
no,
but tell us about
absolutely
these
not.
spirits that follow you around. What is going on?
So I have seen spirits basically my entire life. Probably the worst one, I was about 3 years old, and I don't remember this, but my parents have told me multiple times. I was about 3 years old and woke up in the middle of the night and went and told my dad, there's a man in my room.
Oh, God.
Oof.
And he said, freaks out, goes outside, looks around, checks every window, checks every door. Everything was locked. There was no one around. And he says, comes back in my bedroom and says, what does this man look like? He said I described my grandfather to a T.
Oh, wow.
I never met him never met him. He died before I was ever born. He actually fought in World War I, but I never met him, described him to a T. The most recent stuff has been in our brand new home that no one else had ever lived in. We started hearing footsteps, started seeing things. Lights would turn off by themselves, turn on by themselves, fans turning on and off by themselves.
That could be some bad wiring there. It's a brand
It
new
was
house.
not.
No,
It
not in
was
that
not.
way.
We
It's
had
brand
that
new.
checked.
It was your grandpa?
Grandpa's looking out for you then.
Or somebody else.
It was actually my grandmother,
Oh,
who I
wow.
also had never met because she also died before I was born. My dad is 70, and his parents were quite old when he was born. But I had a paranormal investigator come in. There was actually one spirit that had followed us home from the woods close to our house.
You're-
His name is Junior.
What?
How do you know the name? Like,
Yeah, what's the story
How do
on
you
that?
look up a paranormal expert? Like where do you
Spookopedia.
find them? Like,
Like, how do you find 'em?
online or what?
oh, they're everywhere.
This guy I actually had found on Facebook. It's the Beyond Paranormal, Beyond Paranormal. His name is Nick Daly. He is amazing. He's actually been on the Travel Channel.
What do they look for though?
I feel like
mean,
he called our show once.
Slime.
Nick
yeah,
from
ectoplasm.
Beyond. Okay, wait. No, stop. For real, tell us how you know the spirit's name was Junior. Did Nick figure this out because the spirit told him?
Yes. Actually, when Nick came in to do the kind of pre-investigation stuff, we were sitting upstairs in front of my movie room because my movie room is the place that the movie room and then my master bedroom is the place where
Oh, so
the
you got that
majority of the
surround
activity
sound.
happens.
Okay, that's where all the spirits are the majority of the energy of the spirits are in the movie room and your bedroom.
They're like,
Yes.
They're like
Okay.
Netflix.
So what did you? Is it so? Just Junior is the spirit, and then your grandma came over, or
Junior!
what happened there?
There's Junior.
Like, what's Junior's story? Who followed you home from the woods?
Yes, Junior followed us home from the woods. We went out on a walk one evening. My daughter was riding her bike up ahead of me and my husband, and at the edge of the woods, I could see a man standing there with a hat. And it was very creepy.
It's like Mike
so I
Myers.
freaked out.
Michael Myers.
I'd rather he
Screamed
be
her
dead
name,
than a
I'm
live
like,
person because a ghost can't attack you.
Okay, let's
that
let her
is
finish.
not
So she's
correct,
standing
Brian.
there.
Not
No.
correct.
Yeah,
a ghost can attack you.
Let's
Okay.
let her finish. Okay, so you're at the woods. Your daughter's ahead of you on the bike. You see a man standing there with a hat, and then
Yes. And I scream at her. I'm like, Ashlyn, stop. Don't move. We get up to where the man was standing. There's no one. There's no footsteps. There's nobody in the woods. But I got super, super cold, super sick in my stomach, and I was like, whoa, I could feel that there was someone there. I have always been sensitive. I've always been able to see them, been able to hear them, been able to feel them. It just is insane. But when Nick came, that was when I called Nick, things started happening at the house after that walk. And I called Nick, and he came in, and the pre-investigation kind of backstory kind of stuff that he was doing, we were sitting upstairs outside of my movie room, and he had a recorder and said, who is here? And you hear through the recorder them say, Junior, get out.
Really?
Oh, I want to hear this audio.
When you said recorder, I thought you meant the instrument, but you meant like an actual device.
There's a little
Recording.
whistle.
Yes,
So,
like an actual,
How much
little-
does this cost you to have a paranormal expert come over?
Nick does not charge anything.
See?
Oh, it's free.
See, Ryan was thinking he was scamming you, but how about
Okay, so
Not at
he
all.
said Junior. So who said Junior get out?
We're not sure. There's a Junior. I'm thinking it was Sam because it was another male voice. We have a Junior. We have a Sam. My grandmother is there, and then my aunt, who also passed away before I was born. She died at the age of, I think, 8, my dad said.
is there anything you could do to have these like beings not follow you or go into your house? Did he say if there's anything you can do? Like vampires,
No,
they
I
say
mean,
you can't. You have to invite them in.
No, I just tell them,
Somebody
you
saw The
can
Lost
stay
Boys.
as long as you don't cause any trouble, as long as you don't hurt anyone, you can stay.
Now,
Well,
you said they can
attack
hurt you.
or they hurt you. Yeah. Well, what's that?
How do they
story
hurt
for?
you?
Hold on, let me reset real quick because some people are just tuning in. Lori is on the phone. This is the Rula and Ryan show on KRBE, and if you have any weird paranormal stories, that's what we asked for. Lori has seen spirits and people from her past that she never met since she was 3. She built a brand new house from scratch. And these spirits are in this house. It's not a family house generationally where Grandma Sally passed away in the
Yeah.
Was
back
it
bedroom.
built on an old graveyard or something?
Well,
No.
okay,
No?
so it was not. So tell us how the attack situation or the not so great situation happened that you refer to.
Well, no, Ryan was just saying that they can't hurt you. They absolutely can. Spirits can hurt you.
Like
they can
physically,
cause
they can
physical
harm you. Like in what
Yes.
way? Like they'll hit
in
you?
multiple different ways. I mean, they can throw things, they can hit you, you can get scratches, you can. I mean, they make me physically sick, nauseated, headaches, dizzy,
Well, they can
things
make you
like
ill.
that. That's when I can. Yeah, they can definitely make you sick.
And Lori, what part
Okay.
of town are you in? Where are you?
I actually live in Willis,
Okay, you're in Willis.
but I work in Tomball. Yeah.
So there's a wooded area behind your house.
I wonder
or
why
near
it's
your
you. Like
neighborhood.
what? Something that's weird. Like what happened to you? Like, they're always.
Yeah, do we hear
My
about
dad's
people
the
that
same
can?
way.
Like
My
you were
dad
born
is
with it?
sensitive as well. Yeah, my
No, wait.
dad's a sensitive as well.
Look, I 100% believe in children that can see our loved ones
But
when
they
they
have to
pass
grow up.
away. But you are an adult and you're hearing this and you're feeling them, but you have not seen any kind of like weird shadowy figures or what we've seen on Travel Channel kind of stuff.
He sees them on the
Oh no, we do.
light trail.
I was actually we were in the living room one night and the lights started going off and on in my bedroom like they do. My grandmother loves to play with the lights. That's how she tells me that she's there. Nick actually uploaded the video on YouTube. If you go to The Beyond Paranormal on YouTube, you can find the video of, I think it's called, what did he name it? The Cood case, CUDE.
Okay.
There's one portion of that video where I'm in the movie room by myself. He has 2 cameras going. One is infrared, one is or night vision, and the other one is just a regular camera. I'm sitting there talking, trying to get someone to give me answers. And you can see coming down from the ceiling, it looks like a ton of lightning bugs above my head. There were no bugs. There was no dust. It was nothing
I
like
can see
that.
it right now on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
at it as you're talking about it. That's crazy.
And
Creepy.
so, I mean, like, then, and when I'm sitting there and you see all of the little lightning bug kind of things coming down above my head, I'm talking and trying to get them to talk. There was no response when Nick was in by himself. There was no response when his girlfriend was in by herself. The activity only started happening when I went into the
What did
movie
they
room by
say?
myself. There was one point, I don't remember 100%, but there's one point, it's in that YouTube video.
I'll have to watch it here.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes long.
Is it like
it's The
Anna?
Beyond
Could it be
Paranormal. The
conversational?
Could it be dust?
Yeah.
It's
Just the
not.
light hitting it.
It's
You know,
not.
like dust and with a night vision, it might.
Okay, listen, the other
Whatever.
thing too, Lori, about what you're saying to us, which totally is believable, is I heard years ago from one of our paranormal people. I don't know if it was Nick. I can't remember who we talked to.
That's a few.
They say when you take pictures and you see those little orbs in the pictures, those are spirits, whether they're family friends or friends, but those are definitely spirits in your pictures. When you see those little white orbs around you,
100%, yes.
especially when it's like family events or weddings, you'll see
Okay,
the orbs
Rula.
around you.
I've got to show you this picture. I've got a hard copy of it when I took my daughter up to visit my dad's gravesite. And there's a picture of Faith. I think she's like 7 in this picture, and she's just sitting in front of his headstone. And there is that weird orb right above her in
I'm
the
telling you,
picture.
the orbs. I'm telling you, the orbs. All right, we have a lot of stories. We're going to get to the next one. Lori, thank you so much for the information. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's the Beyond Paranormal on YouTube. The Cood case, C-U-D-E. You can see that stuff she's talking about. Cood. Okay, next caller. Gosh, I don't even know where to go. Rodrigo. Amon says go next to a Rodrigo. Let's go. Hello, Rodrigo.
Yes, how you doing?
Hey, we're doing
Great.
fine. So tell us your scary story.
Unbelievable but true.
Okay. So this is a story that my grandma told me. It happened back in Mexico when one of my uncles, he was a toddler maybe.
One of your
not
uncles
a
when he was a
toddler,
toddler.
An
Is your
uncle
phone
when
cut
he
out?
was a
Yeah,
toddler.
yeah. He was maybe like a month and a half old. So you know when babies go to sleep, they tend to put them like in the middle of the bed and they like put like a little barrier that way they don't roll over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So my grandma did that, and in Mexico there's like little elves, but we call them chaneques.
Elves?
Elves?
Yeah, like little people, but we call them chaneques.
I mean,
and
do they-
tend
Like
to-
mischief? They do mischief?
Do they live in a tree and make cookies, or?
Let's keep her.
No, not necessarily. They're pretty. They like to play pranks. They like to steal stuff, shiny stuff like
That's a
that.
leprechaun.
They're like leprechauns type.
Yeah, some similar like leprechauns. Yeah, but they're known to be bad.
Okay.
Right? They like to play tricks and stuff like that.
But not kill.
So my grandma put my uncle in the bed, and she went to her neighbor's house.
Mhm.
And when she came back, my uncle was nowhere to be found. And she
What?
started looking. She panicked, and she was like, "Well, he can't move. He can't roll over." And she put like a little barrier around it. And she happened to look under the bed, and my uncle was under the bed.
Wait, the baby
So-
crawled under the bed?
Well, something.
He
put
probably
the baby
just
under
rolled
the bed.
off and fell off the
rolled
bed,
over.
Yeah,
and
any
then
bru-
just
no
Exactly.
bruises or anything? Like a, you know,
Nothing, no. So what she believes is that she believes that the Chaneques were trying to take my uncle. So apparently when a
I've never heard of
Chaneque
this.
likes, so we call them Chaneques. They're pretty much elves, like little,
I gotta
like,
look this
they're
up.
like elves.
So little mischievous elves
Yeah.
in Mexico tried to play pranks and be cheeky. So this toddler rolled off the bed and ended up underneath the bed.
I thought you were
They're
saying
trying-
that
Is there
Santa
another
found him in
twist?
his bag at the North
didn't-
Pole and they named him Buddy.
Wait, hold on. Let me
No,
just
they
get one
didn't-
more
he
thing
didn't
clear,
roll
Rodrigo.
off.
Is it more than just like the baby was found in the bed? Because that's what we are. And I'm sorry, that it sounds like we're ridiculing you, but it just sounds like the child
Rolled
fell
off the bed.
and rolled under the bed.
Well,
What's the
she
deciding
couldn't fall
factor?
off the bed because she had put like little pillows around it. That way he doesn't fall off.
Maybe
if
he's
she
just a
wasn't
really
gonna
strong
be there.
baby.
or-
Okay, let's keep going. What's the thing that you said that really convinced you guys it was
yeah,
these
what
little
makes you
elves?
convinced? Yeah. What is it?
Well, she said that prior to that she had seen like people walking, like little people walking through the door crack at the bottom of the door, and she could hear them. She'll hear them laughing, like
How
Yeah,
little are
like
these guys?
ghost
They can
children.
walk under the door.
Like the
crack?
littles? When I was a kid, there's a.
Oh yeah, the
man,
little.
they're little, man. I
Like an
mean,
inch
people
tall?
say that they seen them. Yeah, people say that they seen them.
We
Well, do
talking
you
like,
get like
we
a
talking
cleansing
like
of your house or something if you think this is happening to you?
Well,
Like,
this
do you
was-
call paranormal
I mean,
people?
Not necessarily. No, I mean, if they're there, they're there. You know,
if they're that little,
like I
how
said,
are they going to
like
carry a
play
baby?
pranks.
If you get 10
They
of
like
them.
to
Oh yeah, like
Well,
Gulliver's
They
Travels.
like to, they like to take things. They like to play pranks. So maybe they like my uncle the way he probably thought he was like a pretty baby, and they wanted to take him.
So
Got
when
it.
people lose their like
apparently it's a
keys,
big
they
thing
do
in
that.
Mexico.
So the
I had that
your
problem
whole
with socks,
generation of
too.
your family is like, remember when Uncle so and
That's
so
funny
was
that they-
almost kidnapped by the
50 years later, they're still talking about
mischievous
these little
elves.
dudes.
Okay, listen, we have a lot of calls, and we're going to continue on with another break to this.